In this video, I will discuss the most common issues with the Detroit 60 Series 12.7 liter. I will discuss the different year models and what to look for if you own or buy a 12.7 liter Detroit 60. Hello, I'm Adam with TAT Express, and I'm an ASC certified heavy-duty diesel technician with experience on all platforms. Here at TAT Express, we are professionals built on integrity who strive for excellence. With over 30 years of combined experience in Class 8 on-highway vehicle chassis and engines. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you're notified when we go live or when we release another video. Let's get right into this video. I will begin with the Preemissions 12.7 liter. I know that there was an 11.1 liter, but since it was discontinued and replaced by the 12.7 liter, we see most on-highway trucks equipped with a 60 series, either a 12.7 or a 14 liter. Now, what can you look for if you have a Preemissions 12.7 liter? The most common issue to look for on a 1998 to 2003 Detroit 60 series 12.7 liter is oil cooler failures or leaking oil cooler houses. When you're doing an oil cooler, be sure to replace the housing if it's rusted. Other items to be aware of are failed oil pressure sensors. A failed oil pressure sensor will start to leak oil and may cause the truck to run erratically. Over time, the accessory drive gear will wear, and so will the accessory bracket housing. Be sure to check all hardware is tightened often. Other items to be aware of are injector failures. Injector failures must be troubleshot correctly before condemning any parts. Sometimes a more minor thing like a bad injector O-ring could be the cause of a misfire. Additionally, parts on 60 series are no longer produced, so it can be challenging to find quality parts. The diamond seal, which is a seal between the cam and the cam gear, will also leak oil. An intake, exhaust, or turbo boost leak are common issues for these engines. Problems with fuel supply from old fuel lines can cause aerated fuel and low power. You may expect to have most of the items that are bolted onto this engine to either leak oil or fail. This includes the rear housing and front gear cover. When doing either, be sure to replace the bull gear if you're doing the front cover. And if you're doing the rear cover, install new motor mounts on the front and rear. The Preemissions 12.7 liter Detroit 60 series is a very reliable engine. The engine had a straightforward design. Most of the Detroit 60 series on the road today have been rebuilt. And depending on the builder, it would depend on how the engine will operate. The rebuild should be done thoroughly. The head, injectors, bull gear, oil pump, water pump, the oil cooler, and oil cooler housing. You do not want to buy a freshly rebuilt 60 series and later find out it has the same head or bull gear. Now let's move over to 2004 to 2007 12.7 liters. Detroit had to meet strict EPA standards by adding the EGR system. An EGR is simply recirculating the exhaust back into the intake to reuse as fresh air for the engine. Adding on hardware only adds on to more items failing. The EGR valve was hydraulically controlled, which would fail and cause significant oil leaks. The EGR cooler, which would also be a source of issues, is required to be replaced after 500K miles. Problems also arose with the harness and sensors needed to control the EGR. The late model 12.7 introduced the variable nozzle turbocharger, or VNT. This was a way to control emissions. The turbo actuator is run by the truck air system and a valve called a variable pressure output device, or VPOD. The VPOD and air supply are a source of issues, which could cause low power and irregular turbo response. Additional sensors and harnesses were added to control the turbocharger and EGR flow. Correct readings on all sensors is critical for an engine to run at its peak performance. When emissions controls were introduced, engineers used EGR and turbo flow to cut down on emissions. With the EGR system and turbo being electronically controlled, the 60 series has seen many issues. The EGR system included the Delta P sensor, which measures pressure entering the EGR cooler versus exiting. The additional sensors cause the engine to have more problems. The 60 series Detroit 12.7 liter can be a solid engine, but many factors need to be examined. Just because it holds the name doesn't mean it's well maintained or correctly overhauled. I hope this video was informative if you own or are looking to own a Detroit 60 Series 12.7 liter. The 12.7 liter was discontinued in 2007, and we have noticed issues with reman and part availability. Currently, Detroit is leading the way in reliability when it comes to emissions control. The DD15 and its after treatment systems have worked out most of the bumps in the road. The DD15 continues to innovate with its higher compression and higher fuel pressure, allowing the DD15 to extract more energy with less fuel. Guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel, and if you'd like to schedule an appointment, you can call us at 972-225-3017. We are now located at our new location, 4140 Langdon Road, Dallas, Texas 75241. We are also seeking to add on to our team. So if you enjoy working on trucks or working in the truck service industry, apply online or send us your resume at info@tatexpressinc.com. We are seeking to hire a service advisor, a technician, and a shop hand. Thank you for watching. Until next time, guys, be safe.